And guess what? There's a big event this coming weekend. It's at the Kapolei Regional Park. The West Oahu Family Festival runs Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with music, carnival rides, great grinds, and it's being put on by the city and the Konishki Kids Foundation. And joining us this morning is Konishki himself, also a former sumo wrestler. He's a musician. He's a man of many hats. Good morning, Konishki. And
Good morning.
Thank you so much
Thank you for having me.
It's so great to have you here. Now, before we talk about the festival, I have to ask you about this huge sumo raid in Japan going right now. It's a big scandal where a lot of sumo wrestlers are now being accused of illegal gambling. Some of them have admitted to gambling on baseball. What do you think about this big scandal right now?
Well, it's like any other sport. We have a lot of people, especially this scandal. They have fired completely a kid who's a champion right now, so he got fired. And to me, it's just people that you have in a certain organization that has been caught doing illegal gambling. Yeah.
What does this do to the image of sumo?
It's hurting. It's hurting it very bad. NHK, which is Japan's biggest broadcasting TV station, actually ain't going to broadcast sumo this is the first time they're ever doing that in over 60 years.
Wow. Now, you retired from sumo 13 years ago. You were a huge sumo wrestler for 16 years. Were you aware of illegal gambling during your days?
I was never involved in gambling. Gambling is not even done within association. I think if you have to do it outside. And it seems like guys that know, they would know, but I was never interested in. I couldn't even play pachinko.
Right. You said you did hanafuda in your days, right?
I learned because I have to learn the name, because some of the words that we use in sumo, our language actually comes from some of the hanafuda. Right. The way our language is not typical Japanese, so we can speak Japanese in front of a Japanese person, they wouldn't understand what we're saying.
Right. And now on to your big festival this weekend, and this is all going to a good cause, isn't it?
Well, it's the event I've been doing the past 3 years. The past 2 years, it was called the Ohana Day. We did it at the water park, but this year, very thankful the city and county and Ike Fernandez has jumped on board, and we are now collaborating to do this event, the West Oahu Family Festival, which is going to be at the Kapolei Regional Park. And it's going to be a huge festival. We have so much entertainment. We have fashion shows. We have some of Hawaii's best bands playing there.
So you're going to be walking the catwalk in the fashion show too?
I might do a G-string fashion show.
Well,
the latest fashion for men at the beach.
Well, some might say that attire was sumo wrestling.
Well, I don't know. I was naked 16 years of my life, so.
Oh boy, I'm getting a little flushed, Konishki. But how are the kids helped by Konishki Kids?
Kids are doing really well. A lot of my kids who are now, the first group of kids went to Japan was 1996. They're married, they have their careers, and we all kind of, in the community, some of them are not in a state anymore, moving on, but we still communicating. And the thing is, the foundation is trying to give back and try to support our schools. Donating money to try to buy things that is needed in the classroom to make teaching environment easier for both teachers and students.
All right, Konishki, thank you so much for joining us.
I
really appreciate having you here. Of course, the big event is in Kapolei this weekend. It's the Kapolei Regional Park, where all the fun is going to be, and you never know what you're going to see in the big fashion show.
Check it out.
We'll be right back at 6:20.